Greetings, my dear future financially free friends. Settle in, pour yourself something strong, or just water if you've already started calculating your real rate. This is the Financial Fox, and today we aren't discussing stock quotes or crypto. We're discussing something far more scandalous, how you rob yourself every single day without even realizing it. Listen carefully. The greatest scam of 2025 isn't happening on Wall Street or in hacker basements. It's happening right in your mirror. The job market isn't what recruiters promise you. It's an illusion. You thought you were selling your time for $30, $40, or even $50 an hour. Keep those fairy tales for the tax man. In reality, once we perform forensic accounting on your life, it turns out you're working for a measly $4 an hour. That's less than a teenager flipping burgers down the street. Your life is a business on the brink of bankruptcy, even if your salary looks respectable. Today, I'll show you how the system forces you to work for free until Thursday afternoon. Welcome to a world where your profit is trending towards zero. Many of you are proud of your annual income. I make $65,000 a year, you say. But let the fox remind you of economic basics. Revenue is not profit. If a bakery sells $1 million worth of bread but spends $1.1 million on flour and rent, that bakery is worth exactly zero. You look at your gross salary while completely ignoring the cost of goods sold. And the good being sold is you, your life, your energy, and your time.
Do you know why banks so eagerly approve loans based on your gross salary? It's in their interest for you to feel wealthier than you actually are. This allows them to tie you to a higher credit limit, knowing your real margin won't let you clear the debt quickly. They trade on your overvaluation, while you run on a treadmill that moves faster than your legs ever could. Let's look at the case of our friend James. He earns a respectable $31 an hour. But before that money even hits his account, the government takes its cut, and suddenly he's down to $24. That's just the beginning. James needs to get to the office. Gas, insurance, and the wear and tear on a vehicle he basically only owns to get to work. Then there's the appearance tax. Suits, shirts, dry cleaning. You can't show up to a meeting in pajamas, can you? These aren't personal expenses. They are the operating costs of your business called the job. Corporations love the return to office concept, not for productivity, but to maintain demand for fuel and commercial real estate. You pay for their prosperity out of your own pocket every time you turn your ignition key. It's Friday, 5:30 p.m. Your brain is turned into fried eggs. You order Thai food for $45 because the thought of cooking seems like climbing Mount Everest. You buy a $5 coffee just to survive the 2 p.m. meeting. This is called the convenience tax. You spend money to compensate for the lack of time the job stole from you. Delivery app algorithms are at their most aggressive precisely when you are too exhausted to resist a 300% markup. It's a biological manipulation of your wallet. The darkest category of spending is the attempt to heal the damage inflicted by the job. That evening glass of wine, impulsive weekend shopping, or an expensive vacation meant only to forget your boss exists. This is money you pay to temporarily numb the realization of how exhausted you are. The luxury industry targets those who hate their jobs the most. The higher the stress, the more status symbols are sold. These are golden handcuffs. You buy things to tolerate the job that you need to pay for those very things. HR says you work 40 hours. That is a blatant lie. You wake up at 6:30 a.m. to shave and iron your shirt. That is labor for your employer. You sit in traffic. That is the unpaid transport of a resource to the site of exploitation. You check emails before bed. That is digital burden, a modern hidden tax. If you add it all up, James isn't working 40 hours. He's dedicating 60 hours a week to his employment. And when we divide his shrunken net income by these true hours, the magic of $31 an hour evaporates. You're left with $8 or less. In 2025, messengers have turned your sleep into a standby mode. Major players manipulate loyalty to get extra hours of free work disguised as team spirit. Were you offered a $10,000 raise? Congratulations, you've officially become poorer. A new position requires a new car, more expensive suits, and even less time for home-cooked meals. Your taxes go up, and your stress relief expenses double. Often, after a promotion, your real hourly wage actually drops, even if the number on the check is higher. HR departments use titles as a cheap substitute for real profit. Giving you a senior prefix is cheaper than reducing your hours. They know your ego will drive you to spend more, tethering you even tighter to your desk. Every dollar spent on maintaining the job robs you of your future. That $5 daily coffee bought out of sheer exhaustion could have turned into $200,000 in investments over 30 years. You aren't just drinking coffee, you are drinking your freedom and your retirement. The system relies on you being too wiped out to do this math. They want you to think, I make good money, while you keep signing leases for luxury apartments and financing cars to tolerate the cycle you can't escape.
The solution isn't necessarily to quit your job and live in the woods. The solution is to treat your labor like a business. Your goal isn't to increase revenue, salary, but to increase your margin, what's left after all the costs of time and money. Working from home 2 days a week is a massive raise without your boss's knowledge, thanks to saved time and gas. Refusing status purchases is a direct return of your life hours. The wealthiest people I know aren't those with the biggest checks, but those who bought their time back. Minimalism isn't about poverty, it's about a competitive advantage. If you need less money to be happy, you become bulletproof to market manipulations. Take a sticky note. Calculate your real wage right now by subtracting taxes, travel, and the decompression tax. Write that number down and stick it to your credit card. The next time you want to buy some useless $100 trinket, ask yourself, is this item worth 10 hours of sitting in traffic and listening to my boss yell? You won't like the answer, but that answer is exactly what will set you free. If you feel this conversation opened your eyes, perhaps you should take a closer look at our pack. Those who understand the rules of the game always come out on top. Click that red button below. It's the only contract you'll sign that's actually in your favor. Like this video if you're ready to stop selling your life at a discount. And remember, as long as you aren't counting your hours, someone else is. I'll see you in the next episode, unless, of course, you decide to spend that time on something more important, like life itself.